Right, well, this is rather exciting. It's Tuesday, the 5th of November. It's 5 p.m. Here in the UK, and I'm now talking to some of our wonderful, most keen, enthusiastic Labour activists and also Labour friends and Democrat friends over in the US right now. I'm joined by Victoria Desmond, firstly. I just want to say welcome to We Are Labour, Victoria.
Hi, thank you for having me. It's all very exciting.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for inviting this podcast into the campaign office now. Do you want to just
Yeah.
tell the listeners where are you right now exactly in the US?
So we are in Philadelphia in a place called Wayne. And we came yesterday. We got a coach from NYC with another Labour activist who's come out here. So I've come out with we're all part of the Joe Cox course actually. So it's really nice that we kind of met on the
Wonderful.
Joe Cox
How
course
lovely.
and we kind of taken Joe's message of positivity and more in common back here.
Yeah, that's
So
nice.
yeah,
That's really nice.
it's really nice. So we came here. So we're in Wayne in Philadelphia. And in fact, just on that note, we were just saying how last night we went to a rally that Kamala did, and it had Lady Gaga there,
Wow.
Oprah, Will I Am. Who else was
Wow.
there? Oprah, Will I Am, Lady Gaga. And yeah, it was just incredible. And it was really nice as well because Imogen was just saying, one of my other sisters who's here, how like the more in common message, Joe's message was actually like in the speech. And obviously it wasn't explicit, the more in common, but it was on that theme and on that
Yeah.
tone. And I
Nice to
think,
know. That's nice to
yeah,
know.
I mean, I came out in 2016 for Hillary with the Young Fabians. I led the delegation. So we were in Florida then, and it's just a totally different vibe at the moment. Like it's so much more positive. The campaign
Interesting. So,
offices
so when you say it's more
well
positive,
organized.
what's the
Yeah.
difference like on the doorstep? Do you mean the doorstep or just the activists are more positive?
Yeah. I mean, even the rally and everything, like the saying how there was 1.2 million people at the rally last night.
Wow, that's
Yeah, it was
incredible.
massive. And the queues to get up, we had to get there at 4 and we didn't get in until about 9. And
Yeah.
then the show didn't really start until 10 because Kamala came from Pittsburgh to here. And it was just an incredible atmosphere. But it just feels like it's just more hopeful. I think in 2016, it was very much a anti-Trump, anti-Hillary campaign.
Yeah.
And when we were on the doorsteps, we were getting a lot of, well, I just hate Hillary. Like, and
Right.
she had kind of all the background and the context with, the bill and everything. Whereas I think it's not so much that this time, it's more positive about Kamala and just a bit more of an, like her messaging is so different from Trump's messaging. When you turn on the TV in America, Trump is very much like attack ads, like
Right.
this person, do. And I think even at the rally last night, it lasted for a few hours and Trump was barely mentioned by any
That's
of the
good. That's
speakers.
good. I must
And
admit, from an
yeah,
outsider point of view, that does worry me a little bit that it becomes because he's such a caricature that you could easily say we're not that guy because you can almost make your campaign in reflection of him. But actually, it's so positive to hear that actually they're saying here's a plan for the US. It's about positivity. It's about a progressive agenda. I know there's quite big differences as well. Like she wants to increase corporation tax. He wants to cut it down to 15%. There are quite stark differences of offer.
difference from 2016 from being out as well. There's a lot about reproductive rights at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
And her line is very much like politicians should not be having a say on what I do with my body. So that's very much a line that's coming up a lot more than it did in 2016.
Well, he's
And
got a
yeah,
record as well. That's the difference, I think, between last time. He was a celebrity only and a business owner. Now, of course, he has had a record in office. He's a bit like Farage in this country saying they're not
yeah.
politicians when they clearly are. And
But his,
now, he's been in
yeah,
office. So he's got things like Roe versus Wade, which is now gone,
yeah,
that he can actually say, well, he did that. So he can't
yeah.
shift the blame to somebody else, can he?
I'd say as well, like the Trump supporters are very dogmatic. Like, there is this like overlap with the Brexit culture and things like that, and people just had it in their head. So we were
Yeah.
canvassing yesterday, and it wasn't somebody who we canvassed for, but there were some workers digging up a road, and we had like this man who had his Trump hat on. He was like, "I'm doing this," and we like went over, tried to rationalize and ask him, well, "Why are you a Trump supporter? Like, what is it that you like about him?" And he was just so derogatory, like lots of swear words, which I won't repeat. Just like they're this, and yeah, he was like, "But I've always been a Democrat, but now I love Trump." And I don't know if it's a very like white, middle-aged kind of bit, middle class kind of man kind of thing that's going on, but it is quite scary. He some people do see him as this like Messiah-like character. And we did get that sense when we were canvassing yesterday in Wayne, when we did meet kind of some of the supporters. They just won't hear anything that's negative about him.
That's so interesting. I mean, this is what I don't understand. Okay, well, obviously we're biased. We're on the Labour Party side. However, I can see why somebody would vote for Theresa May, for Sunak. I get that. They're just different politics to me. Kemi Badenoch maybe a bit harder, but, I can certainly see how it's different politics. Trump, on the other hand, I don't understand popularists like that, where they don't seem to offer anything really, but it's more about a culture war and it's more about identity politics. And I feel like that's exactly what Trump does all the time, is identity politics only.
Oh, one of my favorite things from last night was there was a lady that was dressed as Handmaid's Tale with the whole on and everything. And she kind of had a sign that was like, now is the time to fight for your freedom. And I've been joking with my friends because obviously there was a bit of controversy with Labour people going over and Elon Musk tweeting. And there is a lot of Democrats, especially the young women that I met last night, have a genuine fear that there could be a civil war after this. And people are scared at the outcome either way. So people are saying if he wins, they're terrified as to what would happen. But there's also a lot of fear if he loses because of the insurrection. And there was women who were saying, I'm trying to get my British passport at the minute. I'm trying to get my second passport just in case we need to leave America. Like, there is genuinely this palpable sense of fear. And a lot of the people that we've spoken to, especially the young women, who are just like, this could be really, really dangerous.
And unfortunately, that's not like a crazy idea, because unfortunately, after last time in 2020, that's exactly what did happen, wasn't it? And the raid on the Capitol building. Can I just ask then? So when you're over there, you talked very much about, like, there's these blokes who have this kind of very tribal sort of Trump support, I suppose. Is there kind of like the opposite side? Are there women who haven't voted before, or who haven't voted Democrat, who are thinking that Kamala is the answer now because of this kind of culture war and the fact she hopefully will be the first woman president?
Yeah, I mean, we've not experienced that so much. I think if you looked at the rally last night, there was definitely a hell of a lot of young women who were there and very proud of the fact. So yeah, I'm not really. Maybe as the day goes on, we'll meet a little bit more of that and just get a bit more of a sense of more of the breakdown of the demographics and why people are voting the way they have. But it's been a bit of a whistle stop for some of us. Imogen has been here for a little bit longer than we have, so she might be able to give you a bit more.
Let's say hello to Imogen as well, then, if that's okay, Victoria. So, and
this is the election day, and it's so well organised. We had coaches come from New York, so we just missed all the New York coaches. But when we came yesterday, the queue was like out the door.
Amazing.
And so you come in through here. And
this is for those who are like, if you're on YouTube, you can see this now. Just to let those who are listening know, Victoria's taking me into the campaign centre. What I love about American politics, there are posters everywhere. It's brilliant. Instead of a taxi one in the corner, like you get like
Harris centres. They're called Harris centres.
Oh, are they? Oh, right. Okay. Harris Centre.
I'll just walk you through and then I'll come back to you guys.
We need Starmer centres.
The driver's here, so we've got to go soon. But so you come through and then you come to this table.
Yeah.
And you register.
Okay.
Here,
yeah.
And then you come through all the way over here, and then you check in.
Right, love it.
And then you come over here, and this is where you get like your equivalent of the Labour doorstep app.
Excellent.
And you get registered, and then you come to the kitchen, which has loads of free food and pizza. And we got somebody say hello to. Somebody who's doing a podcast in the UK. So these are the ladies
with your sister party, the Labour Party in the UK. Good luck, guys. Get Trump. Like, make sure he's out. I don't want him in office tomorrow.
Exactly. And they've got snacks and things. And then you come in here, which is a training room.
Oh, brilliantly set up.
And so you come in through here, and this is the guy that trained us. He's from New Zealand, actually. So it's very international.
Hello.
And as you can see, they've got like a door knocking overview. And this is Ash.
Nice hey Ash, I'm Dan. Nice to meet you. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it.
I'm giving him a tour around. Thanks, Ash. So yeah, I'll come introduce you to the other girls. That'd be from the great. Course.
Just out of interest, when you're on the doorstep, do you find like the reactions interesting from people who why a British person is over there for their election? They're fine. Yeah,
they just love the fact that you've come over there. Very grateful. So
that's lovely.
I'll introduce you to Imogen and. These are my Joe Cox sisters, so we would like to say hello.
Hi.
And he had a bit of a question about doorstepping, but I thought you might be able to answer that given you've done Yes,
what's the question?
Hello, are you
Hiya.
Imogen? Is that right?
Yes, I'm Imogen.
Hi, thank you for coming on. Well, you have been there for a while now, Imogen.
Yes.
And I was just going to ask a question. You know, they talk very much about this election being a divide between men and women. Obviously, not all men
Yep.
are all women, but I mean, there's much more the lines of certainly young guys seem to be supporting Trump. Don't know why,
Yep.
but they are. Have you come across women who, for instance, maybe aren't generally voters or don't vote Democrat, who are now coming across the Harris campaign because of what's been happening with Roe versus Wade and the whole situation with Trump?
Yeah, actually, I'm staying in a hostel at the moment, and the person in the bug next to me is an older Republican woman who has come from California specifically to campaign for Kamala Harris because of what Trump stands for, because he does not represent that sort of sensible side of the Republican Party anymore. So,
But the
as
bizarre
they
thing
do.
is, though, I mean, do you meet Republicans who feel the same then? Because, you know, I was saying earlier on to Victoria, you know,
Yeah,
I didn't support obviously Sunak and I didn't support someone like
yeah,
Theresa May, but I can understand why people do support those people. However, I cannot understand for the life of me why people support Trump. I just don't get it. I
yeah,
mean, John McCain, you kind of understand it. It makes a bit of sense.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
So I'm just trying to work out, do Republicans feel that way? They must feel a bit frustrated with this man, thinking, you know, he had an
Definitely.
insurrection against the Capitol. I mean, why?
I mean,
How can they support him? I don't get it.
yeah, one of the things you see at a lot of rallies as well is Republicans for Harris signs. So they've
Really?
been all over rallies as well. That it's like, yeah, quite a lot of them have come over to this side. You just hope it's enough, and I hope it's not non-voters joining Trump that's going to make the difference. But everyone that we've been knocking on has been so enthusiastically going out to vote for Harris.
We're getting in trouble, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
Our little drivers.
Sorry.
waiting.
Say
But
thank
we
you to your driver for the time that they've given you.
we can give you a call later or tomorrow if you want.
Tomorrow would be awesome. I tell you what, guys, if I put this out tonight, then good luck on the doorstep. I wish you all the best. You're amazing for doing this. You're incredible people. And I hope you manage to have a little bit of an impact into this big change
Want to say a
tonight.
quick hello to our Croydon councillor?
Hey, thank you. Welcome to the show, Elisa. Nice to meet you. How's it going?
To meet you.
Right, we'll talk tomorrow.
I can't help myself. All right.
We're not here to talk. We're here to campaign.
I love that. You're here to
Bye.
work hard. See you later, guys. Good luck.
Yeah.